Welcome to English Story Today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Emily, and this is the story of the biggest regret of my life. People always say, call your parents whenever you can. I used to smile whenever I heard those words. I thought there would always be another tomorrow. I was wrong. 5 years ago, I left my small hometown to chase my dream of becoming an architect in New York. My father was the happiest person in the world the day I got the job. Before I boarded the bus, he hugged me tightly and said, "I'm proud of you, sweetheart. Just don't forget where home is." I laughed. "I'll call you every day." For the first few months, I kept my promise. Every evening, we talked for nearly an hour. He asked whether I was eating properly, whether I was sleeping enough, whether I had made any friends. Sometimes he repeated the same questions. Sometimes he told the same old stories. I listened anyway, because hearing his voice made the city feel less lonely. But as time passed, work became busier. Deadlines became longer. Meetings replaced phone calls. Whenever Dad called, I often looked at my phone and whispered, "I'll call him later." Later became tomorrow. Tomorrow became next week. One Friday evening, my phone rang during an important client presentation. Dad calling. I looked at the screen for a second, then pressed decline. "I'll call after work," I thought. A few minutes later, he called again. I declined it once more. Then he sent a message. "Call me when you're free. I just wanted to hear your voice." I smiled. "I definitely will." But that night, I returned home exhausted and fell asleep on the couch. The next morning, my phone rang again. This time it wasn't my father. It was my neighbor from back home. Her voice was shaking. "Emily, your father had a heart attack last night." My body froze. "Is he okay?" There was a long silence. "I'm sorry. He didn't make it." Everything around me disappeared. The phone slipped from my hand. I booked the first flight home. When I entered our house, everything looked the same, except my father wasn't there. His favorite chair was empty. His glasses still rested on the table. His unfinished crossword puzzle lay exactly where he had left it. That was when my mother handed me something. It was an old envelope. "He wanted you to have this." Inside was a handwritten letter. "My dearest Emily, if you're reading this, it means I couldn't tell you these words myself. Don't blame yourself for chasing your dreams. Parents' greatest happiness is watching their child fly higher than they ever could. I called because I wanted to tell you how proud I was, not because I needed anything. Please don't carry guilt. Just promise me one thing. Whenever life becomes busy, never forget the people waiting to hear your voice. Love, Dad." By the time I finished reading, my tears had soaked every page. Months later, I returned to New York. But I wasn't the same person anymore. Now, whenever my mother calls, I answer. Even if I'm in a meeting, even if I'm tired, even if it's only for 2 minutes, because I learned something too late. Some phone calls can wait, some cannot. Today, whenever I see someone's name appear on my screen, I never assume there will be another chance. Sometimes, one missed call becomes a lifetime of regret. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to English Story Today. And before you watch another video, call someone you love. You never know how much that call might mean.